John Danaher, aka Chad Danaher, has coined the term dilemma in jiu-jitsu. A dilemma is when you go for one attack and it fails, but it leads right into another attack and vice versa. One example is the triangle armbar dilemma. You go for the armbar and your opponent defends by stacking up and you feed your leg through for the triangle. In this video, I'll be covering some of the best dilemmas in jiu-jitsu. I'll be rating each dilemma on a 10-point scale. Each dilemma will be based off practicality, how chadly it is, and basically whether or not I like it. The first dilemma I'll be covering is the Americana back take dilemma, okay? Americanas are pretty hard to hit on anybody that's not a freaking pencil neck, okay? But when you threatened the Americana by posting their hand on the mat, it exposes the back and allows you to take the back like a freaking Giga Chad. I give this dilemma a 6 out of 10, okay? I like it because it does open up the back. However, once you get to the back, it opens up a host of other problems you got to deal with. It's pretty chadly, but yeah, I would just give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, we got the cornering a partner for a round dilemma, okay? You do this one by asking someone, hey, would you like to roll? And they have two options, yes or no. If they say yes, then they get mogged by a freaking Chad. If they say no, then they get mogged via invisible jiu-jitsu, okay? And if they say, hey, actually, I have someone this round, you could say, how about next round? Then they have no choice but to roll with you, okay? They can either say yes and roll with you and take the mogging, no, and not take the mogging, but take a verbal mogging, or C, say, not this round, but they can either roll with you next round or delay the invisible jiu-jitsu mog. I give this dilemma a 8 out of 10, okay? It is extremely chadly, and honestly, that's all that matters for this ranking system. Sure, it might be not very practical, and sure, you know, I just like it, okay? That's why it's an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have the straight ankle lock heel hook dilemma, okay? You go for the straight ankle lock, the defender boots his foot, thus defending the ankle lock but making himself susceptible to the heel hook. This is a common leg lock dilemma, and honestly a dilemma you need to be familiar with the modern no-gi leg lock game. I give this one a 7 out of 10, okay? You need to know this one to be literate in leg locks, but, you know, it's just not super chadly. It's just meh chadliness. Next up is one of my personal favorite dilemmas. It is the don't use strength, just use a technique dilemmas, okay? If you're rolling with an absolute physical specimen and you're a pencil neck, just throw out there, hey man, if you really want to get good at jiu-jitsu, don't use any of your strength, just use technique. Then they have two terrible options. Option A, they listen to you and not use any of their strength and let you beat them. Or option B, use all of their strength and they mock you, but you could just be like, you just use your strength. You didn't actually beat me with jiu-jitsu technique. I give this one a 2 out of 10. This is anti-Chad propaganda. Okay, this misinformation is spread by the lopers of the world. Stay strong, Chads. Next up is the Anaconda guillotine dilemma, okay? You go for the Anaconda and the opponent defends by pulling his elbow closer to his rib cage. This opens space up in his neck for you to slip your hand in and get the guillotine finish, okay? This is a very chadly dilemma. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. Front headlocks are a very chadly position and a very practical position. Another beautiful dilemma is the cutting weight dilemma. If you cut weight for a tournament, you may have the size and strength advantage for the tournament and up your chances of potentially winning the tournament. If you don't win and don't have the strength advantage, though, at least you look diced and peeled and look freaking shredded out there. However, this goes against the Chad way of putting on contractile tissue and maintaining big bulbous physique and muscularity. So therefore, I'm gonna have to give this one a 3 out of 10, okay? I understand the necessity of it in some situations. However, I am just not a personal fan of it myself, and I believe it goes against the Chad way of always gaining more contractile tissue. Next up, we got the dilemma of instructionals, okay? You can either A, pirate them off of a Chinese database and willingly give your data to the Chinese government, but get the instructional material for free and able to learn and accelerate your jiu-jitsu content faster. Or B, you can buy the instructionals online at full price at BJJ Fanatics and spend a fortune on these things and be down a pretty penny, okay? I'm going to go ahead and give this dilemma a 3 out of 10, okay? Really a no-win situation for the Chad. You got to pay some type of price, whether it be giving your data to communist China or digging deep into your pocketbook in order to learn these techniques. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also comment down below what your favorite dilemma in grappling is. I'll see you Chads later.